To each and everyone in Georgetown, Guyana, friends all, countrymen and women. Today, I was about to take a day off and relax, but I want to make this clear. After looking what happened in Madhya and the 20 children that lost their life while others are still in their hospitals suffering, and no one knows the future. There are so many things to talk about, but again, there are so many fires with this government. The police station burned down in Brickdam, a park. A prisoner said he was in the prison locked up and he came out and burned it, but he went back. That's the greatest magician in my lifetime, better than Houdini. And other things happen. It seems like people have no respect for one another, nor nobody taking the Ali government serious. But I always say one thing. If you are in government and you are unfair to the nation, and you yourself got your hands in filth, you cannot talk to the people who are doing that nasty work for you because you owe them something. And both parties got blood on their hands. Both parties got a lot of people who don't care for the nation but their self friends and family. And both parties, some way or the other, got members of their party who are involved in major corruption, from the courthouse to the ordinary level of government activity. Sometimes you ask if the APNU government is right. Maybe a few members in the government was right, but many hypocrites there, opportunists, who are doing their own thing, but everybody covering their one another filth. That's not government, that's a gang of pirates. People who mean to manipulate and say they make law to deny ordinary people justice while they are the lawbreakers. The PPP the same. Friends and family, corrupt businessmen. But what amazed me, being a mixed race living in Guyana, and I always say, and I know you all may not like it, amongst the black population, 200 something thousand, Heavenly God can open heaven and accept 70 to 80,000. No fear, no problem. Honorable, decent, very humble. They love to do God's work and to do what is right for humanity. But so help me God, if he take 2,000 Indians and y'all could throw him out and take away heaven, my God, I hope he got something to strap you down in heaven because I'm going to throw you out so blasted fast. He wouldn't even know when he get down here that can make Lucifer happy. But I ask many questions. Who to be blamed? The two diseases, Burnham the late and Cheddi Jagan. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to subscribe to my channel and press the bell so you will get the next update. From 1966, the 22nd of May to now, what did the people accomplish? A black leader. Black people get leaders. Indian people get Indian leaders. Is that what you're proud of? A pack of liars? A pack of people who do the monkey business? Let it be known to you, no judges, magistrate and police should take order from a president, a prime minister, or anybody in the ministry of government, because the law should be the law for every man, woman, and child. Not even the president is above the law. That institution that you call Constitution must change. Okay? It must, because they're getting away with murder. I want this in the Constitution. If you thief, chop your hand out. If you lie to put people in trouble, cut your tongue out. And if you rape, execute you. I want those laws. And I want that if you try to force the army and the police to deny people their rights by beating them, locking them up, killing them, you shall be tried. And depends upon the age of the individual you do it to, so much member of your family shall answer the charge. If the person is 40 years of age and you kill them, it's 40 of your family. I want that in the Constitution. Let me tell you why. I believe in the Creator. I believe in God. We have a right to have misunderstanding, to disagree, to agree. But we don't have a right to take life. We don't have a right to lie on people, covet their land, take them to court, bribe judges and magistrates and corrupt lawyers to make monkey business to deny a man his rights when he have a family. Such judges, magistrates, and who involved in it must be tried. And if convicted, I don't believe in forgiveness of such a crime. Get rid of the disease. You kill mice, you kill roach, you kill ants, you kill snake, you kill scorpion, you kill things that didn't even trouble you. But because you feel it's a disease, you get rid of it. But human like yourself, the two-legged disease that creating problem for you and your family, you praying to God to save them, but you forget to pray for yours. You are asking to forgive them, but you are forgetting to ask for forgiveness for your mother and your father, your brother and your sister. How foolish can you be? I believe in the Moses law, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. But an Apache in America said to the European, white man speak with forked tongue. And when they say one eye for an eye, he said it must be 40 eyes for an eye and 40 tooth for one. I believe in that. You know why? Because when you know that we will take you the way you do other people, you will learn to respect one another and think the boundary. A lot of you black people, you were misled by the late Fast Burnham. You believe he was such a good man, but he becomes the second richest black man in the world close to 1980-81. The Ebony magazine, the United States magazine had it. Nobody say anything. Okay? But the country was too much of racism. What you, the blacks who were in power, do to the East Indian race, the Amerindian and others, is not to be forgiven if you have the right leader, providing the people is still alive who commit such crime. And modern day today with the Indian government, it seems like you all do not have your hands on nothing because you can't say nothing. Many people attack some people in Edmora Rosal, terrorist act, beat them, break up the stall, mash up the bus, and the magistrate or judge put them on 15,000 Guyana dollar bail for a terrorist act. And I'm saying it here, that judge should come off the bench or the magistrate. Because an Indian businessman fired his gun up in the air over a bus driver, and he had to go on bail for $800,000. So when you shoot in thin air, you're on heavy bail and might get jail. But when you beat other people, not your race, it's 15,000 Guyana bail for terrorist act. Beat people, maybe leave them in lifetime scar and pain, destroy their livelihood. And you are telling me that this is a government I must support? Come on, Ali. You are slack here. That case, those who commit that crime should be tried for terrorist act, penalty by death. I believe in that. And I believe if you burn a man's house, and once it is proven it's you, you have a right to be in a house with fire too. You all might say I'm stupid. This world people only understand when you fire back. You hear? Some people said, George Correa, why are you so bitter? Do you know what I went through with the APNU government? My son was locked up wrongfully. Through a coolie man named Ramjatan says, his advisor, his investigator said my son played guilty when his restaurant was attacked. All his worker was threatened by black police officer, and the video camera footage disappeared. But because I exposed Ramjatan and Nagamutu, they both use it against me and my family. And you all got family? Come on. What is there to live for? My friends, I believe, do unto others as you would like them do unto you. Now let me ask you Indian and black people something. You all vote for Burnham. You vote for Haidt. You vote for David Granger. And you vote for Dr. Jagan, his wife maybe, Bharat, Mr. Ali, and all the rest of them. Did any one of them ever open up the house and allow an innocent black woman who got no way to stay in one of the extra rooms? Never. Or an Indian? Never. They mind dogs. They cook the dog more than you. Because y'all are fools. Y'all are the one in the street fighting amongst each other to keep them in power. While they make laws to lock you up and your children if you break the law that they make. A law they put into place to keep you down. This world changes, man. If the president is doing good, not only for you or me, but for the country, we have a right to support you. We have a right to peaceful demonstration without breaking up people's business place, lighting fire. We have a right to peaceful protest. But when you go to beat people, break up their vehicle, light the building afire, terrorize the nation, you need to be shot down like birds because you're a terrorist. All right? Peaceful demonstration. The late Mahatma Gandhi have won the independence of India by a peaceful demonstration after he was deported from South Africa on a ship. The great Nelson Mandela was in prison to represent his own people, but was humble enough and turned back and was free and become the president and give it to the second man next to him. These names must be remembered as peacemakers, not one who have a dream but no vision. A dream is just a dream. A vision is journey. A dream is just wake up and you forgot. But a vision is to go forward. My friends, and no man is above the law, and no one is better. And no one man have the answer to civilization. It's a majority of us must come together to find a solution. We must not condemn the African descendant for selling out their people to the European, as the black brothers in the Caribbean and Guyana say, white man, slavery. And you Indian must not condemn the Indian who also rent you out as cheap labor. Today, both of you are benefiting from it. You all are scholars, musicians, doctors, pilots, everything. If that did not happen, what would have become of you in Africa and India? And open up Guyana to the African descendant today and the Indian. Before I continue, I want to give you, the black people, the honorable, your Messiah, Lyndon Johnson Forbes Burnham, how he rigged the election. Take a look at it. A place that never had voters, he won it. And from there I'll continue.
A fire raced through a school dormitory in Guyana, killing at least 20 students and injuring several others. The Guyanese government has said that the fire broke out in the dormitory building of a secondary school in the southwestern border town of Mahidea, 200 miles south of the capital city of Georgetown. The fire began shortly after midnight at the school that serves mostly indigenous children aged 12 to 18. The authorities have said that it is too early to speculate what caused the fire, but heavy thunderstorms have poured
And I could say this without any fear of contradiction. He was one of our very few teachers who could control, who could man a class of 100 children without noise. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here today, and Corwin, he is gone. The writer Solomon of the Proverbs, he said there is a time for everything. A time to be born and a time to die. Now he's dead. He is now with his Maker. And his Maker is the final judge of everyone.
Mark was full of life. He was feisty and downright fun. Most importantly, he had a heart of gold. Mars showed love to one and all. Mars loved his drinks. He loved hanging out with us and us with him. We will never forget his contagious laugh and his light-hearted spirit. Mars will be missed by all of us.
He was loved by his students. He was loved by his colleagues. He was loved by members of the community. He was loved by his family members. Corwin was a very respectful person. He respected functional authority, and he was also very open and plain-spoken. Today, as we mourn his loss, he has left us rich memory and a legacy that will be difficult to be filled.
I have no doubt that we all will agree that Sir Mars was intelligent. We all will agree that he has had fun. A lot of times we miss the intelligence of creative people. And today we must pay tribute to both his intelligence and his creativity.
Sorry for the little technical difficulty just now. We had a little problem to find it because due to the fire and everything else and too many things happening. Anyhow, I do hope the supporter of Burnham, the PNC, have seen. And you must understand that the only election in Guyana that went straight was with Digar, Burnham, and Cherry. With Gump and many other parties, when Digar get a few seats, 7, Burnham get 18 and Cherry get 22. And it was a coalition government that lead Burnham into office and brought Guyana into independence on May the 26th. Okay? 1966. And to make it clear to you, my African brothers and sisters who are claiming that Burnham win an election in Guyana, go back and smoke your marijuana, whatever drugs y'all are using. He never won an election. Never. And if y'all call the Indian racial, how could you win them when they're the majority? You said it, not me. And let it be known to you again. The Amerindian, they're voting for the UF through Digar and the Carter Lick. All right? Because they what seems to be the better people to put them forward. But you, the PNC under Burnham and the PPP under Dr. Jagan, you play games to destroy and divide and rule. Every Guyanese could have their own home today without renting and squatting. every Guyanese could have worked together to develop that country and put your generation forward instead of talking race and using race. I keep saying it to the nation. Indian people are not racial people. They're just corrupt, confused, covetous, vindictive, spiteful, very revengeful, and very ungrateful. But at the same time, there is good one amongst them who keep away. As much as there are very plenty black people who are honorable, decent, humble, very God-fearing, while the rest are hooligans. You don't care about yourself. You don't care about your children. So, my friends, learn from that. But given what happened now in Madhya with the fire, it's a time for we to be united. I think the government should hold all expense responsibility. And I want to know why the facility was not guarded properly with security. Why the doors was locked, according to information again it's alleged, and why the windows them had on grill, and why there were no system in place to alarm. I heard so many conflicting things that a young woman telephone got it, that she burned a mattress. Well, I don't buy that. Because when a prisoner in jail can come out and light the jail afire, I go back in the jail, anything is possible in Guyana. I want those who take that investigation to give a lie detector test. And we will find out. Because I don't find that that song right. Even if it is truth in Guyana, you can't believe nothing anymore. But again, Mr. Ali is trying his best. But he got to be more hard on the law enforcement and pull this country forward. Therefore, I must thank you for listening. Let's put Guyana forward and support the government if he's doing good. But as usual, if he's wrong, we must protest peacefully. I am your host, George Correa. Thank you.